Hello. You're listening to the radio. We talk like this on the radio. Just getting a YouTube set up. Still seeing views on my YouTube streams. Don't know who you are. Who are you? Say something. I almost wonder if I have my chat set up wrong or something. Because I have no idea why I don't see. I don't see who it is. All right. So I do go by the handle Cricket, and I'm thinking. Yeah, I know that's my first mistake, wasn't it? But I'm thinking. Oh, I've got Reddit open. I'm thinking that. Thinking that I should change the name of my stream. Now, see, I registered Cricket as my handle for Twitch a long time ago, and I can't sign into it. I have no idea what I set the password as, and I don't know what email address I had it under, and I can't log in. So that's great. Super great. Really great. Let me just try right now. I'll try one round of logging in to my other Twitch handle, to Cricket, and we'll just see if I can get in. Let's try a couple times. No. No. Enter your email or phone number. Well, let's try. I mean, this is what I would have done if I could. That username and email didn't match. Okay, I tried. I did my best. All right, let me finish getting YouTube set up. It's always a pain in the butt. Unlist. Got to do all this every single time. But it remembers certain things, but not the things that I really need it to remember. It's great. It's great. Let me just do a test on my chat. I don't know. It works when I do it, so people can type in the chat and on YouTube. Okay, well, here we go. I'm just flipping around, thinking about what's going to happen here, but we're going to get straight into it. I'm going to be setting up the data, the structures, so some data stuff and some logic for our obstacles. So yesterday we got it working where we can detect when we overlap the obstacle. So we're detecting the overlap. We're not using a collision. And now from there, we can start building out how we're going to do the data. So let's look at the code. The code is right here. So, excuse me. Okay. The other thing that I've got on my list of things to do. So this is the main thing right here. And the other thing that we really need to start doing is getting our I'm going to delete this since there's nothing in it. And we're going to say floors. We're going to delete layout. We're going to delete. So yeah, we should probably start going through and deleting a lot of this stuff. We're going to want our script names to be pretty straightforward. So like I've got stage editor here. We're going to do a little bit of house cleaning here. A little bit of housekeeping. Obstacles. And obstacles just doesn't look like it's spelled right, but it is. And I don't. It's one of those words I never write. And then when you write it down, you look at it and you're like, oh, that doesn't look right. But it is. So there you go. Get rid of this logo. I guess we can keep it. So I use Waka Time. Unfortunately, you have to pay for it in order for it to see your past a week of how long you've been doing things. But if we go into Waka Time really quick, let's just go check it out. Go to the dashboard. As you can see, on average, I'm doing about maybe 2 hours, maybe a little less than that. Mostly in VS Code, sometimes in Godot. And is there a way to see dashboard? Is that where I am? Last 7 days. So I can't go last month. Upgrade to premium. Then premium is what, like $8 or something? Yep. And it's not a pay once thing. It's a month. That is insane. So I think once I'm done with all of this, I'll upgrade to premium just for 1 month to look at it. You know, I'm gonna immediately start looking for Waka Time alternative. I appreciate the service, but it should be possible to do something like this using Git. Activity watch. So let's see if there's activity watch, Godot. Is there a plugin for Godot? Let's check real quick. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, I'll keep my eye out. Waka Time's okay. It's just too bad that it whoa. Let me just check this out really quick. So I'm getting sidetracked. I realize that. But I do find it useful to keep track of this stuff. Let me just see what it looks like. Top window tiles, top applications. So, you know what? Let's do it. Let's just install this bad boy. And save. And I'll come over here and I'll install it. And I'll just see how it works. I mean, if it's running on the OS, then it should, in theory, track all open applications. So we'll give it a shot. And then we'll get started. We'll start coding. But yeah, I do think that tracking your time is a good idea. And I think a program like this is nice because you don't do anything. It just does it for you. Now, I would prefer to be off of the Mac, so I'm going to try to work myself there, but part of the problem is I have to buy a new computer, and I hate computing right now, and I hate everything about it. I hate trying to figure out what computer to buy. All of it. Megazar, how you doing? So I'm talking about getting time tracking on your coding, and so I use this. I have a plugin on Godot and inside of VS Code that connects to Waka Time, and then that keeps track of my total time spent working on any individual thing. And so you can see here, I spend about 2 hours on average each day. That's nice. I appreciate it, man. Hopefully it can keep you motivated and just get you through the hours of work. So yeah, I'm going to try this thing called Activity Watch. It's a local installation that should, in theory, track everything I'm doing on my computer. And then I'm not going to be doing anything but this on this computer anyway, so then I can get a good idea of oh, it has an API. So here it is. Documentations. Activity. Unknown. Unknown. Uh-oh. Already getting some chonkiness. Getting some chonkiness. Might have to install this bad boy already. I'm about to get started on coding, I promise. TCCD. Well, I'm going to kill it. If that's that, then I can't use this thing. Ugh, what is happening? I'm going to quit it. And the problem's gone. So I can't use that. Great. Never mind. Time to get to work. Let's do this. What a waste of time. So yeah, we've got our obstacles set up. We can detect when we're passing over them. So today I'm going to start working on setting up states and data structure stuff. So we have this. Let's give this bad boy a comment. Check if cell. I don't need an else. Because I can do this. You know what? I'll keep the else because it's fine. Check if there is no neighbor cell before allowing okay. So check if there is no neighbor cell before allowing to set a cell. Okay, sounds good to me. Now let's go over to maze enemy here. This is where we've got yeah, so we'll do state. We're going to do state for well, see, here's where so here is where things get interesting. So if area entered, and we're getting an area 2D, so let's get overlapping areas. Okay, so we can get, okay, so we'll call this object. So we're going to do var object, which is pretty broad name to give something. Okay, so what we're trying to do when something enters an area is we need to check locally what tile or what cell in obstacles in this tile map, which one, like where are we, and which one of our indices for the cell value is it? So we get the object. We're going to use object position. That's the x and y coordinates of the object. We're going to use our self, which is a tile map. So let me look up tile map real quick. And we're going to get cell v, which uses a vector 2. So get cell v. And we're going to objects cell. Okay. And let's just print that out, and we'll do print debug. This is the other thing I was like sidebar, something else I'm probably going to be working on today. Let me write it in here because I just remembered. Is add debug window to in-game. So we're going to have add debug window, add debug console to in-game. So we're going to have a shortcut key that we can press. There's got to be a way to drag this up with the keyboard. We're going to, add it. So when I do this, when I do print debug, I want that to show up when the game is running. and not have to look at the console at the same time. So related, let's just, how do I duplicate a tab? Duplicate. Okay, well, what's the keyboard shortcut? New tab, new window. Where's duplicate? Keyboard. Hope things are going good. Cobalt, I didn't get to go on your stream yesterday. Yeah, sorry about that. I need to set it up so that it'll just, when you stream, that my window opens up. Shortcuts? Nothing. Okay. I just want to learn the keyboard shortcuts. Relax. Fine, I'll do it by hand. Duplicate. All right, so let's go debug. So there's probably something in the API for this, right? Debug, debugger, overview, debug tools, debugger panel. There's got to be something in the API, right? Let's search debug. Nothing. Can't be serious. Stack trace. Oh, no. Let's go back. Oh. Trace. Okay. So I got a little sidetrack there. I do want to build a built-in debugger, so I might have to have my own function. I mean, if I have my own function called debug, you know, something like that. That's make it a singleton that loads just automatically. Because oftentimes I just need to know something when I run the game, and I'm always going back over here, and I'd like to just not have to do that. And then I can expand on it as things change. So yeah, I think you're probably right. So I'm going to do my own custom. So -1 object cell. All right, let's print object position. Oh, so that's interesting. So we already got our first kind of problem, because we're going to check us out. We're going to collide right here, and it's checking for a cell right here, but it's collided over to this thing over here. So what we need is we need a different function that'll give us let's go to tile map. Or not to tile map. We want to go to area 2D. We'll open up a new tab and do area 2D. We need to get, I know there's another function here. Area entered. Emitted when another area enters. So that only tells us area shape entered. Emitted if another area enters, reporting which shapes overlap. body entered. Emitted when a physics body enters. Wait a minute, what? Hang on. Body entered. Let's try that. Because that means I might not need the body entered. You gotta be kidding me. Object name. See, it's so funny. Once I got it working and I understood it, now stage maze. Body entered. Let's hit that debug right away. Maze. The body argument can either be a physics body 2D or tile map instance. Node body. Maze. Weird. Okay, let's go back. Emitted when another area exits. Area 2D. Get collision layer bit. Get collision mask. No. So this is the part where I'm at a loss to what I'm trying to get is what we're trying to get now is we're detecting that we're overlapping, but this area 2D accounts for every single possible obstacle. So like if I do this obstacle here, we save it, and then I go and we let's go the other way down and this way, and then we enter here. How can I tell the difference between the two? Because the area 2D is a mask, is not a mask, but it's like a collection of shapes that represent the collidable areas, or not collidable areas, but the collision areas. Angular damp. Priority. Shape entered. So the shape information is here. Can hold any number of 2D collisions, shape 2Ds. Each shape must be assigned to a shape owner. So perhaps the answer is that signal, area shape entered. So we'll connect that one as well. And let's see if we can't get with that shape data, if we can't get a more granular look at the information of our connection, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so rewriting some things that I had yesterday actually, but maybe we do need the shape data, because maybe this is what we can use to figure out what exactly we are. So here we are. And I don't know why they don't define these where I can just copy and paste them, because like I can specify integer like this. So why they don't do that where they write it the same way is beyond me. Just saying, that would be nice. Okay, so self shape, that's us. Area shape. So really we want self shape. So let's just print debug, and let's just get an idea of, we're gonna break that out in F5. 0. That's not. Let's just see. Now what we're going to do is go the other way and see if we get a different value. 0, and then we go down. 1. Yes! That is a good sign. And let's just add another one. And let's see if that one's 0 as well. So let's re-roll. That's 0, 2, 0, 2, 1. Okay, that's good. That means that the data between those points is unique. That's a good sign. So let's look up the shape stuff. It can hold any number of 2D collisions, shape 2Ds. So we want to return a shape 2D. Shape get owner shape. ID owner. Owner ID, shape ID. So if we're doing our self shape, then we would use this bad boy, owner ID. Owner ID. Owner ID. What is the owner? What do they mean by owner? Let's go back over here. And area shape entered. Me here trying to get some good graphics for the VR map. Everything's nice, yeah. Dude, that VR stuff is crazy dope. What headset? What configuration are you using to test it and everything? Find shape owner. Okay, well let's do that, and we'll do self shape. Oop. Oh, I pissed it off. Trailing S. Isn't declared in current class. Oh, okay. So if I do self shape is a shape 2D. So that means that with shape 2D, I should be able to get my ID properties. No. Get RID. Is this? There's all this talk about owner. Oh. Owner. There should be shape owner. So what happens if I do this? RID get RID I'm using Quest Toolkit by Neospark. That's cool. Wow, so you can do it's all it supports GDScript. That's really cool. All right. If I had a headset, I'd be there, man. I would be making Star Fox or some sort of like Battlestar Galactica style thing. That would be my jam. Non-existent function get RID. Shape 2D. Owner ID. This idea of an ID is just foreign to me. I'm not used to that. Like I don't see this often in Godot. Not in the stuff I've done. Shape find owner. And then why would it complain that it doesn't know what I'm talking about? Area 2D. Area shape. Area. So this would need to be, hang on a second. Let's go back to area shape entered. Shape find. Yeah, I mean, it could be on the object level. So like if I travel up the tree here, go to node, is there something about ID in here for node? RPC ID, that's for networking. Let's see. The base is object. Is there something here about ID? Get instance ID. Returns the object's unique instance ID. This is one of those things where it's just like there's some basic thing. Like if I did this and I do this self shape, it doesn't like it. The method shape find owner isn't declared in the current class. And I mean, what I could do is, because we're not, so, you know, it's inside area 2D. It's in this tree here, but it's not a child of it. Like, so what I could do is get parent, get, and then maybe this would, It still doesn't like it. Oh, because I got to do it to both. Well, let's do the first one and just see what we get. Okay. So 0. Well, that's helpful. Thanks. Okay, well, let's just pretend it's the base. The parent would be the owner. The parent would be the owner. So okay, let's go back to what I was trying to do then. Self shape. I need to get details about the shape. Shape 2D gives me a transform. Base class for all 2D shapes. All 2D shapes inherit this. So it will give me a transform. So let's try get shape find owner. We don't need that. We need zero. Owner ID. We want a return of a shape 2D, so transform 2D. Here we go. Shape owner get transform. Shape owner get transform. Shape owner returns the shapes the owner's transform 2D. But we're giving it so the transform is a description of the space information for the objects. So that would be like you know, the how it's drawn and its position and all that stuff. So would that be shape owner get owner find owner? Why do you like, I don't know why you would need to do that twice, basically. Why would they? So this returns the object. Okay, well, let's try shape owner get owner. And this would be, see, I just don't know. This is all a little wonky. Schwonky. But I mean, it's pretty safe to assume that it's the parent. Tile map. Let's return the name. This is a big nest. Yeah, exactly the same thing. Rotation. There's also like if it's like you know, twice its size, or if you've done anything like that. So self. Scale. Yeah. Yep. That's the word I was thinking of. Okay, so self. Okay, so self is us. We're the obstacles. Okay, so then we want, let's go back to so shape 2D, trans 2D. It's not going to be this one. We want the shape 2D. Get owner shape. So this is the part that's confusing, because if it's self, well, get parent, get owner. So it'd be get parent, shape owner, get shape, and then ID, owner ID would be self, and we would do shape ID, which is self shape. So please work. But see, I'm returning the object, and I don't think that's going to work, but we'll see. Yeah, invalid function cannot convert argument one object into init. Roger that. Shapefine owner. Okay, so let's do then, fine, we'll do get parent, and we're going to call it var parent area. It's really weird that okay. Find shape owner. See if this works. Okay, we didn't bomb. Convex polygon shape 2D. Okay. That sounds like something. So we'll call this shape. And we'll say, what's your transform, baby? Transform. Tell me. Invalid get index transform on base convex polygon shape 2D. What do you got for me then? Reference. So the object, since we're out of node TD, I'm not going to get what I'm talking about. There's going to be no transform. Purely on the shape. Shape 2D. Well, let's try that, yeah. That's a good idea, just to see what it gives us. Nothing. Invalid get index. There is no name. Which is weird because it's an object, and all objects have a property of name, I believe. No. Nope, only nodes do. So this isn't a node, so it doesn't have a transform. It's not a node 2D. So I'm not going to get a transform this way. God darn it. Okay. We're right there. I mean, Cobalt, you understand what I'm trying to do. I mean, the shape exists in some form. No. No. Okay, well, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get, like the first test that I did when I was rolling around here and I was able to get a unique ID is each of these obstacles has its tile set, and within that tile set it has its own collisions, right? What's happening here is in order to make sure that they're not collidable elements, I nest them in this area 2D, and that makes them so that it's an area so I can see when they overlap instead of colliding. So I don't know why there's obstacles too here. Let me get rid of that. And so when I know that I can get the unique shape information because area 2D is a series of shapes. So I can get their unique IDs. I just need some information about them. I need to know where they are in space and all that. Because I can't get it from the player side. Like I can't ask the player where it's at, because when the player detects when we detect the overlap, the player's right here in this area. Its center point is right here. We need to know this. We need to get the space that the actual tile is at, so that we can then go, oh, okay, it's this tile here, this type of tile. So that's what I'm trying to figure out how to get now that we can get an overlap. And here I am, almost an hour in. I didn't think my stream was going to be this. But again, I mean, I'm brute forcing through this and figuring out how to get what I need, but yeah, this shape stuff is bizarre. I've never dealt with this. Collision Object 2D is the base class for 2D physics objects. It can hold any number of 2D collision shapes. Each shape must be assigned to a shape owner. The Collision Object 2D can have any number of shape owners. Shape owners are not nodes and do not appear in the editor, but are accessible through code using... So I don't think this is going to get what we want. Because if I can't get detailed information about where the shape exists, yeah. So like, and that's part of my problem is area entered gives me the area 2D of the object that's entering the space, but not the space of the area that has been entered. Does that make sense? So I suppose what I could do is on area entered. Hey. How did it go at the dollar store? Mama looks all pregnant lady'd out.
You have to do this really quick, Jim, okay? I'm going to try and hurry.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Because ultimately that's in service of the ease of my ease and not an ease of level design. And so I want to figure it out this way, where when we're creating the levels and stuff, we can easily just paint what we want here, and the code does the heavy lifting that I'm describing. So I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to figure this out. Hey. You can't push the keyboard buttons or the mouse, okay? Okay.
I like that little mouse.
You like the little mouse?
Yeah.
Is it cool?
Yeah.
Ah. Can't you just drop a node in place on the screen for nodes? I'm not sure I follow what it is you're saying. But let's keep looking at... So there's shape owner set transform. So is there a way... Oh, wait. Here it is. Oh, no, it's okay. Shape owner get transform. Shape owner get transform. Find shape owner. Let's check this out. We'll do shape owner get transform. And... Let's see what we get with this. Let's see. This should just be a transform. And I'm curious if this... Let's see. Okay, that is certainly a transform. but it is useless.
Can I see it again?
You want to see it again? Okay. So I'm trying to... This thing here, this is the player. Remember the robot? So let's pretend that's the robot. I'm trying to understand when it goes over this area here. I want to get information about the thing that it's going over. Does that make sense? So that's what I'm trying to do right now. That's what Papa's trying to figure out. And let's turn off that filter and re-import because that was making something weird happen there. We'll go back over here and we'll do it one more time. Okay, you want to watch? Boop. Boop. And then we can go. Boop. So, that's what I'm trying to figure out. We get a transform that's exactly the same between them all. The shape, you can't find a transform on a tile map indication. It just holds